this quote from John C. Maxwell, who's an author on amazing leadership books, is going to blow your mind once you understand it, because I'm going to unpack it for you in this video. The quote is, "The secret is found in your daily schedule." Obviously, he's talking about the secret to your success. And if there's anything you want more in life, it's success. That's what you want more of. No matter what, area of life, no matter what category, no matter who you are, you want success. The opposite is failure, and it's just not, an option, right? And you want to get success, I recommend, first of all, in obviously health, okay? Can't do much without your health. But once that's in place, it is important to set up your financials. And then we can talk about those romantic relationships in the future, because the relationships that are in your life right now is probably usually family, and it's kind of working, and you kind of have to listen to them a little bit less in order for you to get success. And then all the other relationships you have in your life are just not going to be important in the future. Okay, so health, and then wealth, and then relationships eventually. So if we understand that, I'm going to discuss a little bit about wealth today, because we're talking about the 80-hour work week. The 80-hour work week, you can do it while you have a sustainable health situation. But if you're in bad health, you should be spending some of those 80 hours, if not all, to get healthy, okay? Depending upon the health situation, obviously. But once you're past that, and you make sure you postpone the romantic relationship aspect, it's the 80-hour work week towards financial success. So if we understand this, and we also understand the quote that I started this video with, your success is found in your daily schedule. It's not about when I make 10K a month, or when I make 20K, or when I become a millionaire, or one day in the future I will become. No, it has nothing to do with that stuff. Although those might be your goals and what you're trying to set up your life for and towards, it's all about your daily schedule. What I mean by that is, if you have the correct priorities today in your daily schedule, you are automatically progressing towards the land of your dreams. It's not a matter of if you're going to have 10K, 20K, become a millionaire, whatever it is that you're wanting financially. That's not an if question. It's a matter of fact if you have the correct daily schedule. If the secret is found in your daily schedule, then that's what you need to be working on a daily basis to improve. It's not luck. It's not by random that you get to your final destination. There's no such thing as a final destination, by the way, because you're going to continuously progress and become better throughout your life, and as a result getting richer and richer and having better and better relationships, and hopefully you can keep up your health, even though the system has been designed perfectly for us to decline in health over time. There's a reason for that. Or maybe we just haven't figured out the secret yet, right? Maybe the secret is found in our daily schedule. Interesting. When it comes to health. But we're talking about financials right now. So the way that I look at success completely changed once I began to wrap my head around this idea of a daily schedule. And that's why I've spoken about it in the past as saying that you should have the same daily schedule every single day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All of those days need to be identical. They need to be exactly the same. Because if you do that, you're going against the herd. You've heard about the herd mentality, right? You want to go in the opposite direction of what the herd is doing. The herd works Monday to Friday, and sometimes they stop working on Thursdays, right? And then they've got the weekend off. Like, what's up with that? Once you understand the 80-hour work week and the way that we design our lives, you begin to recognize that every single day should be the same. Boring, monotonous, same routine every day. Every day. Until you've created a daily schedule that goes on autopilot towards where you want to go. And as I've spoken about before, it's the takeoff that's tricky, but maintaining something on the way to our destination, that's the easy part. And then you go for the landing, right? And the landing is basically setting a new goal that you haven't yet achieved. Because very often people achieve their goal and then they're like, they don't have purpose anymore. And then there's no daily schedule that they need to have anymore. And as a result, their success escapes them. Or they feel non-fulfilled by the goals that they have achieved. That's only because they didn't set another goal and actually became grateful for what they already had achieved. Because that's how you become successful in the first place, is by being grateful for what you have right now. It's called the happiness advantage. Are you happy about your current circumstance? Because it requires kind of a dual aspect to become successful. It's like, one, you need to hate your life so that you change it. But number two, you also have to be grateful for it. Grateful for everything that has happened until this day, and then positive about everything that's going to happen in the future, and then also positive about the past. Because all of those things are shaping you into who you are, and you want to be attracting people into your life, and no one wants to follow a dude that's not happy. This is one of the things that I've mastered, by the way. It's like having a fantastic attitude. Can you learn to master a positive attitude? Well, guess what? You're going to be able to attract people. And if you are able to attract people, you'll be able to lead them towards where they want to go. And when you help others succeed, you will eventually massively succeed as well. It's just the law of the universe, how it works, which is I love. It's a perfect system. So when you go back to your daily schedule and realize that it's the flight and that's easy, and the takeoff is what's hard, then that means that the takeoff explains putting in place your daily schedule. Figuring out what your habits should be, it's research, right? Having a coach that can assist you in putting together the daily schedule, because it's all about priorities, isn't it? If you don't have someone who can help you to put in place the correct priorities, you're going to have the wrong priorities, and you're going to keep the wrong priorities, because that's where you're at right now with your current mentality and mindset. You've got messed up priorities. Trust me, I talk to hundreds of people all of the time. And when I hear what they're doing, I'm like, oh, man, I could have helped him towards success maybe twice as fast, 3 times as fast, maybe 10 times faster. Sometimes I hear people going to school, and I'm like, and I got to be people skilled. And I've got to be like, yeah, man, good job. Great. But in my mind, I realized that, man, they could have had success so much faster if they just opened their mouth and asked the question, what do you think I should be doing? And now, obviously, I wouldn't give them the advice of just quit school to every single person out there, because it depends on what their goal is, right? If their goal is to become a surgeon, then go to school, right? But a lot of the guys that I'm talking to are like, I want to get rich. So at those times, and they say they're going to study for 5 years because of this, that, and the other. Bro, your daily schedule is screwed. If you're going to study for 5 years, like, we need to restructure your daily schedule completely based on your goals. What do you actually want? Do you just want to please your parents and get a master's degree because your parents told you that this is what you have to do? Then your priorities are going to be messed up, and your daily schedule is going to be a daily schedule that's going to give you a different result than what you actually wanted. You see the perspectives that I got? You're listening to people right now in your life that are not successful. And as a result, you're going to fill your daily schedule with stuff that gives you the stuff that brings non-success. So if you are filling up your daily schedule with learning skills, networking, talking to people, and talking to the right people, in order for you to achieve your long-term objectives and goals and milestones, now we're talking. Like, you have to think like a billionaire because they've got the same 24 hours that you've got. A billionaire, a millionaire, doesn't matter. Even someone that's got 10K a month, right? Their priorities are probably different than yours, so they have a different daily schedule. You should be following the same schedule that they would have in place if they started out broke with the goal to get to where they are right now. Like, the way that you can realize this is like Underdog Billionaire. Isn't that the show that Grant Cardone joined back in the day? He started with $100, no contacts, no nothing, stranded in a town. And he had to get himself up to $1 million in 90 days or whatever it was. And he did, right? Like, I didn't watch the show, but I understand the concept. He had to put together a daily schedule. And it's very different from the daily schedule that us would have, right? Because he thinks differently as a billionaire than all of us, right? But it was through his daily schedule that he managed to get to $1 million within 90 days. And he did it because he's got a completely different mindset than we do. And so his priorities are going to be different because of his knowledge. And as a result, he's going to get the result based on his priorities. Did you get my point? Your priorities right now suck. So it's the takeoff that's difficult, but once you actually understand what needs to be in your daily schedule and you're continuously improving towards the point where you actually do have a great daily schedule that's going to take you automatically to where you want to go, now we're talking. Now, it's not even a question whether you're going to achieve those goals. It's only a matter of time. And time can be shortened or extended based on what you do in your daily schedule, right? So if you are doing these types of results and have these types of hit ratios or whatever it is about the skills that you're doing, then you might have to speed up the process to achieve your goal by a certain deadline. But you don't know that before you're actually going through the volume of things and actually, servicing people and making things work. Right? And so you don't really know how long it's going to take you. It could take for the rest of your life if you have a horrible daily schedule. The secret is found in your daily schedule, and that's the thing that needs to be thought about and prioritized and worked out on a piece of paper, on your computer, with your coach, with yourself, again and again and again, rehashing. What should I put in my daily schedule? What should I take out of my daily schedule? How does this fit into my goals? How does this fit? And oh, this thing I forgot about. Like, this is one of the most important things that need to be in my daily schedule. Suddenly, eventually, you've got the exact same schedule every day, Monday to Sunday, and you're doing the exact same things every day. And hopefully those are the things that take you automatically to your goal. Do you have that type of schedule right now? I bet you 99% of you don't. And as a result, it's going to take you a long time to get to where you want to go. You don't know what the best priorities are. Maybe. And if you think you do, and success keeps escaping you, we understand that there's a problem. You can't solve a problem with the same mindset that gave you the problem, right? Is that something like Einstein said or something? You have to change your mindset, and that means actually the only thing that changing your mindset means is change your priorities. It's actually very fascinating because that was one of the things that I heard again and again and again and again, listening to rich people. They were always continuously telling me, you need to change the way you think. And I had been trying and trying and trying to succeed and to get to their levels and just progress, man. For many years, I was struggling and suffering, trying to understand why I wasn't successful, right? And they always kept saying, you need to change the way you think. I'm telling you guys right now, the only thing that needed to change were my priorities. now that my priorities are actually fundamentally sound based on where I'm going and based on the goals that I'm moving towards, everything's changing. Everything has changed for me. And I'm really excited to share these principles with you because I'm talking from personal experience here. When you get your priorities in order, in other words, your daily schedule in order, based on the actual goals that you want to achieve and nothing else, you're just putting up a sustainable daily plan where you do the exact same boring, monotonous activities every day, while keeping up your health with exercise, while keeping up some of your relationships and making sure that they're okay and everyone's happy and all that stuff, so that you don't get abruptly, stopped in your tracks towards, keeping this up sustainably. You are on track to getting everything in life that you desire. Why? Because of habits. Habits and consistency is the key to it all. And that's why, again, the secret is found in your daily schedule. I'm excited to help you out with this. If you do want my help, make sure you DM me at Instagram, comment down below, whatever you want, subscribe. Let's do this together. There's no reason for you to do this on your own. Let's crush this. See you on the inside. Talk to you soon.